Good morning, my dear students. Today we will going to discuss about the remain part, that is reconstruction. Okay, so reconstruction. Economist Economist Hjalmar Sachs was given the responsibility of economic recovery in Germany. Okay, so after that, what happened? He aimed at full production and full employment through a state funded work creation program. Okay, he aimed at full production and full employment through the state funded work creation program. Okay, Hitler pulled out of the League of Nations in 1933. Okay, Hitler he pulled out the League of Nations in the year of 1933. Reoccupied the Rhineland in 1936 and integrated Austria and Germany in the year of 1938 under the slogan. Okay, what he did, he pulled the National League of Nations in 1933 and he reoccupied the Rhineland in 1936 and he integrated Austria and Germany. Integrated means he mixed Austria and Germany in the year of 1938 under the slogan One People. What was the slogan? One People, One Empire, One Leader. Okay, his slogan was One People, One Empire, One Leader. Hitler ignored the such advice of not to invest hugely in rearmament. Okay, the advice given by the Sachs on the not investing huge amount in the rearmament means the process of reaming. Reaming means to replace or restore the weapon. Okay, so that Sachs he advised him to not invest huge amount of money in the weapon or restoring the weapons, but he ignored him totally. He then what he did, Hitler he took southern land from Czechoslovakia. Southern land means a region in Colombia. Okay, Czechoslovakia means a former country in Central Europe. Okay, Hitler had the unspoken support of England. Hitler had the unspoken support from the England. Hitler did not stop here. Okay, what he did? He chose a war as a way out of the economic crisis. He chose war as a way out of economic crisis. He thought that he will continue the war, he will come out from the economic crisis. Resources were to be accumulated through expansion of territory. Okay, the resources were to be accumulated. Accumulated means nothing but gathered. Okay, or to collect or bring from the territory. How? To expand. After expanding the territory, they can gather the resource. In September 1940, Germany invaded Poland. Okay, in September 1940, Germany invaded Poland. Then this started a war with France and England. Because they invented Poland, they started a war with France and England. Now, US resisted involvement in the war. US don't want to involve in this war. But when Japan extended its support to Hitler and bombarded Pearl Harbor, okay, the USA entered the war. Okay, when USA joined the war, when Japan extended his support to Hitler and bombarded Pearl Harbor, then the US started entering in the war. Then the World War ended in the year of 1945 with Hitler's defeat and the US bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. Already in past we learned about the World War. We know that how the USA bombarded in Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan, right? Now let's see the Nazi worldview. Okay, how they were thinking about the world. Okay, that we will see now. According to the Nazi ideology, there was no equality between people. Okay, according to the Nazi ideology, there was no equality between the people, but only racial hierarchy. Hierarchy means already we learned what is hierarchy, right? a social, religious, economic, or political system in which people or group of people are ranked with some others superior to other based on their state. Okay, that is about hierarchy. So, but only racial hierarchy. The Nazi quickly began to implement their dream of creating an executive racial community of pure German by physically eliminating all those who were considered undesirable. Okay, what they want to do, the Nazi quickly began to implement. What they quickly began to implement? Their dream. And what was that? Creating an exclusive racial community of pure Germans by physically eliminating all those who were considered as undesirable. Now you may be asking me, what is undesirable? Undesirable means those who are not deserved. Okay. They wanted a society of pure and healthy Nordic Aryans. Okay, what they wanted? A pure and healthy Nordic Aryan society. Okay, so Nordic means related to the cross country skilling, means they were having the cross country skill, those people. So they want their separate society. Okay, like Jews, Gypsies, Black, Russian, Poles, even certain Germans are abnormal were considered as undesirable. Okay, they were not even counting them as desirable people. Okay, the other aspect of Hitler's ideology related to the geopolitical concept of Lebensraum or living space. Okay, the other aspect of Hitler ideology, what was that? Related to the geopolitical means international politics concept and Lebensraum. Lebensraum means reference to nation and people, with reference to nation and people, belongs to the people, or living space. Living space means where people could live. Okay, so this was the ideology of Hitler. Okay, now Jews were the worst suffering in Nazi Germany. These Jewish people, they suffered a lot during the Nazi rules in Germany. Okay, Hitler believed in pseudo-scientific theory of race, which said that conversion was no solution to the Jewish problem. Okay, according to the theory of pseudo-scientific theory of race, which said that conversion was no solution to the Jewish problem, it had to be solved through their total elimination. Means Hitler want to eliminate the Jews totally. He don't want any other people to rule in Germany or live in Germany. Okay, except the Germans. From 1933 to 1938, the Nazis terrorized, pauperized, and segregate the Jews, compelling them to leave the country. Terrorize means they terrified the Jews, and they want to pauperize. Pauperized means make them extremely poor. Okay, and segregate means separate them or isolate them from others. Okay, and they want to compel them to leave the country. Compel means strongly they want the Jews should leave the country. Okay, the next step, what they did in next phase? In the next phase, 1939 to 1945, they aimed to concentrating them in certain areas and then killing the main gas chambers in Poland. Okay, what they did? Between 1939 to 45, they aim to concentrating them in certain areas. Okay, they want them in certain areas and they want to kill them in main gas chamber in Poland. Okay, so now let's see the racial utopia. Genocide and war become two sides of the same coin. Okay, genocide means the systematic killing of substance member of the people on the basis of their religion, political belief, and social status. Okay, so the genocide and the war, they become two sides of the same coin. Okay, now occupying Poland was divided. Occupied Poland was divided. when it was divided, so the people, those who belongs from that area, the Poles were forced to leave their homes and properties behind to be occupied by ethnic Germans brought in from occupied Europe. Okay, so the Poles means group of the people, they were forced to leave their homes and properties what belongs to them behind to be occupied. Okay, behind to be occupied by the ethnic German means pretending, means ethnic German means they were pretending as German. Okay, okay, they should brought from occupied Europe. Okay, now let's see the youth in Nazi Germany. What was the role of the youth in Nazi Germany? Okay, Hitler felt that a strong Nazi society could be established by teaching Nazi ideology to children. Okay, Hitler, he felt that a strong Nazi society could be established. How? By teaching Nazi ideology to children. Okay, all schools were given German teachers. Okay, all schools were given German teachers. Okay, so that they can teach them the Nazi ideologies. Okay, children were divided into two groups, desirable and undesirable. Okay, the children were divided into two groups. First is desirable and second is your undesirable. Textbooks were rewritten. Which textbooks they were referring earlier, that was rewritten. Okay, functions of sports in school was to be nature the spirit of violence and aggression. The function of sports in school was to nature to spirit of violence and aggression. What is the nature of sports? Simply we are playing for the healthy body and mind, right? But they nature it such a way so that the student, they will get a spirit of violence and aggression. Okay, the 10-year-old had to enter Jungvolk. Okay, the 10-year-old have to enter in the Jungvolk, and at the age of 14 all boys join the Hitler Youth. Okay, all boys should join the Hitler Youth, and they should join the labor service at the age of 18. Okay, they should join the labor service at the age of 18 as per the Nazi ideology, so that they can use the youths, okay, as their main weapon against the world. Okay, this is what the German ideology or Nazi ideology at that time. Okay, next, the Nazi cult of motherhood. Okay, women were told to be good mothers and rear poor pure blooded Aryan children. Okay, the women were told to be good mothers and rear pure blooded Aryan children. Getting, they were encouraged to produce many children. Okay, the women were encouraged to produce many children. They had to be the bearer of the Aryan culture and race. Okay, they had to be bearer the Aryan culture and the race. Okay, this is what they are trying to create racism in that Nazi society. Getting, now let's see the next, the art of propaganda. What was they were proclaiming at that time? The Nazi regime used languages and media with care and often to great effect. Okay, the Nazi regime in the sense the power. Okay, the government who is in power. So what they were doing? They were using language and media with care and often to great effect. They were using their language and media very carefully to impress or get the effect from the people. They used film, picture, radio, poster, etc. They were using films, pictures, radio, poster, etc. to motivate the people. Okay, to get the favor from the people, to spread hatred for Jews. Why they were using this all things? To spread hatred for Jewish people. Nazism worked on the mind of the people. The way they were proclaiming the propaganda, it worked on the mind of the people. They tapped their emotions. Okay, they trapped their emotions of the people very cleverly. Okay, and they turned their hatred and anger to those marked as undesirable. And what they did? They turned their hatred and anger against whom? Those people who has marked undesirable, so that the people will hate them and they will destroy them. Okay, now let's see the crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity. People saw the world through Nazi eyes and spoke the Nazi language. People, they started seeing the world through Nazi eyes. Okay, and they started speaking about the Nazi language. At that time, even the Jews began to believe, even the Jews also began to believe that in Nazi stereotype about them. It means they were also convinced that whatever these Nazis were spreading, that is going to be happen to them. Getting? The Jews, they were became hopeless. Okay, so this is about the crimes against the humanity. Now let's see the knowledge about the Holocaust. Okay, now you may be ask me, what is Holocaust? Holocaust is nothing but it is a sacrifice that is completely burned to ashes. Okay, it is sacrifice. When you will sacrifice something, it will be completely burned to ashes. Until it become ashes, it will going to burn. So let's see. It was only after the war ended that people came to know about what had happened. It was only after the war ended the people came to know what happened. Okay, what had happened actually at that time. The Jews, they wanted the world to know about the atrocities and suffering they had endured during the Nazi killing operation. Okay, the Jews, they wanted the world to know about the atrocity, means atrocity in the sense extreme cruelty or criminality done by the Nazi people to the Jews. Okay, so that the suffering they had enduring during the Nazi killing operation, during the Nazi people or government, how they were suffered, the Jews, they wanted to know the world. Okay, they just want to live, they just wanted to live, even if it was for a few hours, to tell the world about the Holocaust. Okay, they just wanted to live, even it is for a few hours, and they want to tell the world what happened during the Holocaust to the Jewish people. This is about the knowledge about the Holocaust. So today we completed your third chapter also. Now please go through the question answer and complete it. Okay, and if you are having any doubt, you can ask me anytime. As you are having my number, you can contact with me. Okay, till then, take care.